A Caribou woman charged with arson and murder went back before a judge today.
A 35-year-old Susan Kokanowski is accused of setting a fire in an apartment on Water Street in Caribou in January. 30-year-old Jason Donahue died in that fire, and 21 others, including Kokanowski's ex-husband and daughter, were displaced.
During today's court proceedings, prosecutors argued for probable cause, saying Kokanowski told first responders she set the fire and knew Donahue was inside. Defense attorneys argued against probable cause, saying Kokanowski took back that confession, and even if she did set the fire, there's no evidence she intended to kill anyone.
The judge will also determine if Kokanowski will be granted bail, and if so, what amount. That decision will come at a later date.